Hello, everyone. Before I get started with all the fun stuff, make sure you follow me on social media here and subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff. With that said, let's get on the video. So we made it out to the range, but saw something weird. It's like these fake Target tanks that they can tow around and stuff. I guess if you've ever wanted to know what a cardboard tank looks like, it's right here. I think the only danger that these things actually pose are the spiders. This one you can tell is supposed to be like a B&P kind of thing. And this is supposed to be like a T-72. And that's just a pile of wood. All right, today's the big day. We're going live for the first time. We're currently loading the 25 millimeter. Those are the armor-piercing rounds. Those are the high explosive rounds. And as the commander, I'm concerned with the coax, so I'm gonna lay this out, make sure everything's good, lube up all the rounds, and we'll be good to go. Specifically, what I'm looking for is making sure this little metal lip is right in that rim. Sometimes if it's higher or lower, it could cause a jam. For reference, these are normal rounds, and this bad boy's a tracer. Then I'll put them in that box. The box goes in the turret, and we're good to go. Day 3 of gunnery. Yesterday we shot table 4. You shoot tables 4, 5, and 6. Those are all the ones you have to qualify on in order to be qualified as a crew. Today everyone else is shooting table 4. I'll probably sit in the back to like kind of monitor how people are doing, and I'll show you what it looks like to shoot from the inside. So, fun thing about Fort Hood is that it's on a lot of grazing land that we lease. So there's like cows, like they're freaking everywhere, like on that road right now. They really don't like people though. Which makes me sad because I'd love to pet them. One other thing that disappoints me, like cows running away while I'm trying to pet them, is these. What the fuck are these? It should go without saying why I don't like this. So pardon my appearance, it's like day 5 in the field and I'm doing my best to groom myself, but there's only so much you can do. We're currently at table 5, which is the second set of engagements that we have to do. I just shot and now I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So they're staging over there. That Brad is on a berm. When he engages, he'll drive up, he'll shoot, and then he'll go back down so he stays in cover when he shoots. And then as they're going, they go across and they engage targets over there. And then they're done. Okay, so gunnery, what is it? Gunnery, generally speaking, is qualifying the weapons that are on your vehicles. So there's helicopter gunnery, there's tank gunnery, there's striker gunnery, and naturally there is Bradley gunnery. Just all the gunneries, all different flavors of gunnery you could imagine. Now, besides your gun malfunctioning, targets not wanting to go down, and the hours that you spend just sitting in the turret with your headset on waiting to go, gunnery's not that bad, all things considered. But it's times like gunnery that if you don't stop and take a step back and realize what you're actually doing, kind of lose the sense of like context. Because it's a bit crazy to think that we're just shooting these 25 millimeter chain guns on this multi-million-dollar armored vehicle. Something which to me seems mundane and almost boring, but to someone else that's never been in the military is like a wild and unthinkable thing that you would maybe only do in a video game that I'm doing in real life and getting paid to do. I think a good example of this was when I was at an event in Oklahoma and they had a thing where you could pay $50 to ride in the back of an M113. This is an M113, by the way, and I've had to ride them at work every now and then. I would pay $50 to not ride ride in the back of a 113 anymore. But at the time, the line for it was insane, and it was like a really popular thing that people were doing. I'm definitely at the point of being in the Army where everything is just totally normalized. I remember when I was 18, I was sitting at an M4 range. I think it was like my first or second one ever, and I was sitting there eating something, and I was looking at this hilltop, and the hilltop was being used for artillery to shoot at. So I was literally just sitting there waiting to go myself, watching artillery impact on this hillside. And at the time, I was writing a letter home, and I remember I was totally like crazed out by everything being completely brand new. A month prior, I was hanging out with my friends in Little Rock, Arkansas, and then a month later, I was there sitting with an assault rifle in my lap watching artillery shoot at a mountain. And at the time, I described it as my new normal. And now it's no longer new, it's just an old normal. When you're shooting the gun of a Bradley, you're not necessarily in your head thinking, oh my God, this is insane, I'm shooting this giant chain gun. It's more like, oh, thank God the gun actually shot. I hope it actually hits the target. I was once told I sound too boring on the radio given what I was actually doing at the time, and that I should be more excited considering that I was shooting a Bradley, which I will say I can only do so much given the monotone nature of my voice and general disinterest in most things. But I will say he had a point. I think it's something I should probably work on a little bit. I've been living in this bubble that is the Army since I was 18, and I'm almost 26 now. And eventually this bubble is going to burst, and I'll never shoot a machine gun again, or ride in the back of a Black Hawk, or command a Bradley convoy ever again. Then again, I'll never have to deal with PT formations, gate traffic, and leave forms, so there's a little bit of give and take. Regardless of how my normal changes, and no matter how good or bad it gets, I'll always return to some sense of normalcy. Regardless of where I'm at, homeostasis will always take over. So I might as well enjoy what I'm doing while I'm doing it. Anyway.